I really don't care what happens at all. I don't care. Like everybody they tiptoe around with this social media, but what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be constant.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a story that's not just emotional, it's the kind of thing that sticks with you long after you hear it. It's about Teyana Taylor's young daughter, and the moment she opened up in a way that took everyone by surprise. This wasn't a rehearsed speech or something staged for the cameras, it was raw, unfiltered, and deeply human. She broke down in tears and said words that stopped people in their tracks. "I want my real dad back." Now, when you hear something like that from a child, it doesn't just make you pause, it hits you in the chest. Those 7 words carry years of feelings, unspoken hurt, and a kind of longing only a child's heart can express so plainly. And it makes you wonder, what's been happening behind closed doors? How does a little girl reach the point where she's voicing something so personal and painful for the world to hear? What does that mean for Teyana, her family, and everyone in their circle? To really grasp why this moment hit so hard, we have to step back and look at the bigger picture of Teyana's life. Most people know her as a talented singer, performer, and all-around powerhouse. But beyond the spotlight, she's a mother and a wife, trying to navigate a personal life that, like anyone's, has its share of ups and downs. She's been married to Iman Shumpert for years, and together they've raised children who've grown up with at least part of their lives in public view. From interviews and appearances, we've seen glimpses of their love, their teamwork, and their struggles. She's spoken openly about the challenge of balancing career, marriage, and motherhood. But as polished as things may look from the outside, no family is without its complications. And when there are kids involved, those challenges can cut even deeper. Her daughter's life hasn't been without difficult moments, many of which never made it into headlines. Like any child with more than one parental figure, she's had to manage emotions that can be messy, conflicting, and hard to articulate. She loves her dad. She may also care about her stepdad. But love doesn't always erase confusion, and sometimes, it leaves a child feeling caught between two worlds. In blended families, it's common for kids to struggle with identity, wondering where they belong, who understands them best, and which parent they feel closest to at different times. That kind of emotional push and pull can be exhausting, especially for someone so young. And then came the moment everyone is talking about. Recently, Teyana's daughter had what can only be described as an emotional breaking point. It wasn't a quiet moment behind closed doors. It was something the world ended up witnessing. Captured on video, shared online, and replayed countless times, it showed a young girl in visible pain, her voice trembling as she said, "I want my real dad back." You could hear the crack in her voice, see the tears, and feel that this wasn't just about a single bad day. Those words hinted at something deeper, a longing for a connection she feels is missing, or perhaps for a time when things felt more certain and safe. The clip spread fast. Within hours, social media lit up with reactions. Some people were heartbroken for her, sending messages of love and support. Others shared their own childhood experiences, explaining how divorce, separation, or family changes had left them feeling similarly adrift. And then there were those who couldn't help but speculate, asking whether there had been tension between Teyana and her ex, or suggesting possible conflicts that might have led to the little girl's plea. Teyana didn't ignore the moment. She's never been one to shy away from being real with her fans, but this was delicate. Instead of blasting anyone or giving away every detail, she addressed it with empathy. She made it clear that her daughter's feelings matter, that they are being heard, and that the family is working toward healing. She reminded everyone that families are layered, love is complicated, and kids deserve to feel secure no matter what's going on between adults. Iman also spoke up, stressing the importance of unity and support, especially when life gets messy. He didn't turn it into a blame game, instead, His message was about being there for the children, no matter what. Watching them both respond this way showed that while the situation is clearly emotional, their focus remains on protecting and loving their kids. But beyond the celebrity names, this whole story sheds light on something universal. Family changes, whether it's separation, remarriage, or simply parents growing apart, can have a deep emotional impact on children. It's not always about who's right or wrong, it's about the way those changes shift a child's sense of stability. Feeling like your real parent isn't around as much, or isn't present in the same way, can leave a hole that's hard to fill. Even if the other parent is loving and supportive, that absence can still be felt like a shadow. And the truth is, a lot of kids go through this without ever saying it out loud. They smile, they adjust, they try to make the best of it, but inside, there's a quiet ache for what once was. Teyana's daughter just happened to voice it in a moment when the world was watching. And while it's painful to see, maybe it's also a reminder for parents everywhere to slow down, check in with their kids, and really listen to what they are saying, not just with their words, but with their moods, their behavior, and their silences. In the end, this isn't just a viral moment, or another celebrity headline. It's the story of a young girl navigating feelings too big for her age, and parents doing their best to guide her through it. It's a reflection of how complicated love can be in modern families, and how important it is to keep showing up, even when things aren't perfect. It's a tangled mix of emotions, confusion, sadness, and bursts of anger, that can show up in unexpected ways. When this plays out under public eyes, the weight becomes heavier, and the pressure feels suffocating. Blended families, experts say, bring unique challenges for kids. Adjusting to new parental figures, juggling loyalty to both biological parents, and battling the fear of losing affection. For Teyana's daughter, this isn't theory, it's her everyday life. Seeing her crumble like that is a raw reminder of how important it is for parents to truly listen, speak with honesty, and constantly reassure their children with love. We don't know everything happening behind the scenes, and maybe that's a blessing, because the truth can be messy, personal, and not for outsiders to untangle. What truly matters is recognizing the weight of the feelings involved and giving the family the privacy and space they need to heal. It's tempting to get lost in the gossip, but this is more than headlines, it's about real people navigating real pain. Watching moments like this, it's hard not to feel a pull in your chest. It proves that behind the polished Instagram feeds and red carpet smiles, everyone faces storms. Heartbreak, confusion, and vulnerability spare no one, not even the strongest. We see the highlights, but behind closed doors, the stories are deeper, layered, and sometimes heartbreaking. Looking forward, you can't help but wonder if counseling or open, honest talks will be the bridge they need to mend trust. The fact they've even acknowledged the tension publicly, no matter how subtly, shows there's hope. Healing is slow, but it begins with facing pain rather than hiding from it. This moment is also a call for empathy. Every post, every clip we scroll past involves real hearts and real struggles. We may never know the whole story, but we can choose kindness over judgment, understanding over gossip, because every one of us has messy chapters. And sometimes, grace is the greatest gift we can give. Thanks for watching Pop Links. Smash that like button, subscribe for more, and share it with your friends. See you next time.